It's been ages since I've been in touch with you. We've been just about getting straight now at the moment, and it's just been murder. The whole thing's been just a lot of work.
If you're going to do a video of me, you need to stop because I haven't got pants on.
How could any English boy refuse? Where are you? Are you in there?
Yeah.
Look, the bear's got no pants on. Whoa! There you go.
Let me put it on. Just let me sort out this bloody crisis first.
Oh God, do you not notice anything in your
You're
life? Look at this. Yes, there you go. See, this is our lovely new balcony where we can just.
You're gonna get off. I can kill you.
You think she's?
Honestly,
I'm not going to do it
I'm
again.
trying to avert a crisis, you idiot.
I know. Don't worry. It's all right. Well,
Stop it.
we've just had an old witch pull out on something we've tried to help her with for ages, and that's another contract down the drain.
7 months.
7 months of work, and the old crab has just, she doesn't want to move out because she has to move out under a court order. And at first when we heard that her kids were trying to kick her out, we thought, how unkind. But now getting to know her, I can understand exactly where they're coming from. I'm a vegetarian, but for her I'd make an exception. Absolute crab. Anyway, so we're just pulling all our videos off YouTube and everything, securing our property, and it's just a nightmare. Anyway, but the good news is we're in our new house now, and everything's really feels great, really feels good. Thinking about you all the time. We've only just got our Wi-Fi back up and working. We've had to swap telephone companies. We've got everything now working the way we want it, and this is a weekend. It's a Saturday now. What's the date?
6th.
6th. So the garage is livable in, and I know now where all my bits are, because when we were moving I couldn't find a screwdriver, any screws. You know, Jenny said, can you just put up some pictures, and I couldn't even find the bloody screwdrivers, and the box of screws which I'd left out till last so that it could be the first thing that we used when we got to the new address, got inadvertently put in a box somewhere and brought and dumped somewhere unlabelled. So it's just been a nightmare, but feels really good now. We're in an area which is beautiful. We've got kangaroos roaming freely in the grounds. You come out your door in the morning and there's a kangaroo with a little kangaroo alien style in its pouch. You know, makes me wonder, the first people who saw kangaroos must have thought, my God, it's got like, stands on its back legs and it's got 2 heads, you know? It's like, they must have thought the baby in its pouch was its second head, you know? But they're amazing, and there's a whole family of them, and big ones and small ones. In fact, I've got some footage which I'll run over the top of this now, but just about to get back to normality now, in other words, to carry on where we left off, and that's been an awful kind of, well, what was it now, 2 months, probably like that, from having to get out to setting ourselves up ready to carry on. But we're a little bit higher up the ladder now. So I'll show you the garage in a minute. It's been ongoing over plenty of time. In fact, I've got some time-lapse photographs. I'll show you where we're at. We've got to get the cars off the road at the front, because you're not meant to park there really. And the garage was full of stuff that should have gone to the tip first. Jenny's stuff at that end, to the tip first. Anyway, so it didn't, and it all came here, and we've got boxes and boxes of stuff that we should never have kept, and I'm having to go through it piece by piece and then throw that out ages. There's been a number of things that have died over here, technologically. We came from down there in the distance on the sea coast, and it was a very salty atmosphere there, and then the temperature was stupid. It was way up in the late 30s, and we moved up here into the trees, and just about everything's dying. The television died. There was a fault there, it kept switching off after a few minutes. The audio equipment died. The washing machine died. Everything else is just packing in one thing after the other, and it's because of this stupid weather. It's actually quite nice today. It's about normal temperature, like a sunny England temperature. So once we overcome this small bubble and we get everything working the way we want to, and I get back in my little office, after being in the garage, we're going to get back on with it, and I can look at the War Angel again and get her absolutely branded up and on the badges. There was a lot of things that we just left, like the process with all the graphics and the badges and bits and pieces, that we had to take all our cash and put it into this move, and it's been super expensive to move. We think somewhere in the order of £6,000 onwards. It's just been ridiculously expensive. So, and now, like I said, we're ready to just move on. But I'll show you the house. Let me show you the house. Well, this is our balcony, and as you can see, it's mid-afternoon on a Saturday. I'll just darken that down a bit. And you can see there in the distance, looking back to where we used to live, you can just about see these Mooloolaba, and those white buildings are where we used to live. The neighbours are all really lovely. We've been out and just... I'm coming through, but I'm going to make sure I don't show your legs, darling. Okay.
Let me just finish my website.
Okay. Look, this is our house.
The agents will be doing what I'm trying to do now. So
I know.
why do you have to do this now?
Because I'm running out of time. Anyway. But, so yes, this is our wonderful front room. The bear's looking at me in an awful way. This is the spare room. We've got another spare bed there, and overlooking down into the neighbours. It's quite private. We've got a little. That's our second toilet now. We've got as many toilets as. Right. Okay. The bear is now covered up. Now this is the washing machine that was just had repaired, and this is the pile of washing that's going to go in it. But apart from that, we've got a bath, which when you fill it with cold water, it's like a swimming pool, and it's actually nice to put yourself in. So now going back into the front room, the sitting room, quite big. We've got a nice, that's out to the front where the road goes uphill, and there is a bear sitting in a chair. Don't worry, I'll ghost you out. And this is our knackered television, which we're waiting to be fixed. Jenny won't let me look at it because it's under warranty. And this is our make-do television. Got all the obvious beautiful audio gear sitting under there, and Mum's lovely picture on the walls, and then we'll go to that's the front door, obviously looking out there, and you can see we've got, that's where the kangaroos just stride across. We've got Kerry's van in the driveway at the moment. That's Audrey, and that's looking uphill, and then the road goes down that way. And this is the thoffice, the orifice. This is where we do the printing and the graphics work. That's my little laminating and guillotining bench, but I can look out on the gardens, and you know, we've got that's Ginny's car there, and when we go through back towards the front room and turn left, then that takes us into the bedroom, yeah. And our bedroom has an ensuite, which is a shower and things like this. And this is the bedroom. As you can see, it's all lovely, but there's no air conditioning in here, and that goes out towards the balcony where we were just sitting a few minutes back. And then that's the other part of the backyard. We're living above a couple called Sam and Veronica, who are absolutely lovely. That's not them. That's the three bears. And I'll show you now the garage. Oh, that's the kitchen, by the way, as well. It's been the wiring's a bit odd. You've got to kind of walk into the back room to get the light switches. Nice breakfast bar there. Lovely big fridge. That's got like squirts ice at you and water. Just press it there. Very good. Nice big freezer compartment. You can store lots of ice lollies. Still boxes everywhere. We're still bringing stuff in and bringing stuff out, but I'll take you down outside now. So we go down the steps, and this is the land of the kangaroids. There's Little Red, and go down my steps here. A few years back, if you look on Google Earth, this place was really overgrown with trees, and then they got rid of all the trees and then made it so that you could drive. That's Sam and Veronica's car park, and this is the garage now, which I've got. It's open at the moment, but if I just put the lights on, and still clearing the bench at the moment. No need to heave a sigh of surprise. It is this. All this stuff here is going in boxes. It was all in boxes like this, and now it's all going back into other shelf boxes. But you can see that's the bear laughing at me. There's Jeffrey, and there's his dog. But basically now you can see we've got all the test equipment set up. It's all wired in, and once I've got all this stuff back on the shelves, which are going to go over there, and the daisy cutter is going to go along here, we'll be back in business. Now these two bookshelves here we bought because above the top of them there's going to be a workbench, so that we can have the car bonnet can go underneath, and the you can see at the moment it's just stacked up with random stuff as we're getting it all sorted out. Been working on this now for 3 days. Down that side there you can see the, hang on a minute, let's give it a bit more light. Down that side there you can see you've got the daisy cutter, the green board there, which is going to be taken and put between that corner all the way under the window to near the red tool case, and that's going to be the daisy cutter, which means that all this side then will be empty, and you can drive Jenny's car in this side and Little Red in this side, and both the car bonnets are going to be underneath a workbench, which means there's lots of places to work and do all the carbon fibre stuff that I want to do, and we're not going to have to worry too much about fitting it all in, certainly not like we did at the last place. You know, look at that, eh? Absolutely brilliant. It's a novel enough way to kill yourself. Perfect. Got my ladders up in the ceiling there, all held up via winches and stuff. And there you go.